Hello there, and welcome to Duel Masters. This is going to be episode 0.5. Do I remember how to duel? And if people do not know how to duel, they can learn how to duel with me. Let's go. I think, because from what I remember, because I did click on story to see how it starts, and it starts off me picking my character, which I thought it would do, but then it asks for a tutorial. I am going to do that tutorial. Story mode, new game, yes. Duel Masters has an autosave. Yes. Let's watch a cutscene.
Fortune favors the bold. By performing this ritual now, I'll gain control of the temple's power without having to duel. What?
Too soon. Too soon. You fool. Only the winner of the sacred tournament is gifted with control over these portals. You've destabilized the temple.
Creatures have escaped. We must hold the tournament at the appointed time, and hope the victor will use the temple's power to heal the ruptures.
It will be done.
Okay, I wasn't expecting an entire intro cutscene, but sure.
You know, you need to be more aggressive. No, I mean it. You play it too safe.
He plays yellow, he's fine.
Why were we told to meet here?
You each have been selected for your unique abilities. There is something important that you must accomplish. A great task has been set before you.
Do we get to duel?
Yes. But first, I must see if you are ready.
Would I like to play the tutorial? That is a very good question, sir. Would I like to play the tutorial? Okay, so random heads up. I do not know how well this will be to view, because I think a PlayStation 2 I'm playing it on is 4:3, and I'm just checking my monitor here. This is kind of impromptu recording this. If it is really hard to read, I can swap to 4.3 in the middle, so let's go. Would I like a tutorial? Yes. Oh Christ, that's a lot of... Alright then, let's learn with Brad. Let's go. Yeah, if it's hard to read, I'll have a see. Actually, that looks fine. Cool. Greetings, Kohai, and welcome to the world of Duel Masters. This tutorial will teach you how to play a standard turn-based Duel Masters game. You see, I know how to play Duel Masters, because I've refreshed myself, but I don't know how the game plays. So let's find out. As a duelist, you'll face opponents in the battle zone, casting powerful spells and summoning deadly creatures to punch through their protective shields. You'll duel these opponents using your own custom decks of 40 cards, each drawing from one of the 5 civilizations: fire, water, nature, darkness, and light. Yes, that's what we will do. I'm probably playing light first. Destroy your opponent's shields, and you can make a final attack to win the duel, but only those who learn from defeat, as well as victory, can become true Kai Judo masters. Alright, so they translated it as Kaijudo, which, if you didn't know, is the rebranded name of Duel Masters when it got re-released, basically. Right. Besides standard mode, you can also play a screaming real-time version of Duel Masters called Extreme Mode. In Extreme Mode, you've got to think fast because every move is timed. Why, though? Alright, to summon creatures and cast spells, you need mana. Each turn, you can add one card to create this kind of mana. The more mana you have, the more creatures and spells you can summon and cast. Cool. Rusty needs your help dueling Knight. On his first turn, he needs to add a card to his mana zone. It's best to add cards that cost too much to play. Or too much to play at that specific time. Cool. The Deathblade Beetle is a good choice because it costs 5 mana and Rusty can't afford that right now. Use buttons to find the Deathblade Beetle in Rusty's hand and press X to select it. The Deathblade Beetle is there, and if I press R2, it tells you what it does. Alright, choose the Add to Mana option, and triangle is cancel. Right. The little yellow dot now means Rusty has 1 mana to spend. It's okay to spend all your mana each turn because you get it back at the beginning of it each turn. Right. I assume the dot is green because the card I put there, what was it? Blade Beetle or something? Is a green. Yeah, the big green dot shows that Rusty's unlocked nature mana. By having at least 1 nature card in his mana zone, Rusty can now cast and summon nature cards. So Rusty is the green player. I'll probably be playing him 3rd? Probably? You can't perform any more actions. Your turn will automatically end. Outside the tutorial, you can end your turn anytime by pressing circle. Alright. Each turn, player draws 1 card from their deck. However, the first player in a duel does not draw. On Knight's turn, he draws a card and turns Lock Vizier of the Hunting into mana. It costs 4 mana to summon, and since Knight has no mana, he decides to add it to his mana zone. It's Rusty's turn, and this time he gets to draw a card. After drawing a card, Rusty should add another card to his mana zone so he can afford to play other things. Find Aqua Shooter and select it and add to mana. So now I have a blue and a green. Rusty now has 2 mana and has unlocked nature and water mana. By having at least 1 of each civilization in his mana zone, he can now play nature and water cards. Before you play a card, you need to check its mana cost. This number shows how much mana you need to play it. If the little dots are green, then you have enough mana to play the selected card, and if they're red, you still need more. Rusty's finally ready to summon his first creature. Find a Burning Mane and summon that card, okay? Let's just see here. That's blue. That requires 3 mana. 1 of the colour it is and 2 additional mana. We'll summon Burning Mane. This is the battle zone where creatures fight each other near the bottom of the screen. Choose Summon. Yes. See the sparkling rings that circle up Burning Mane? It means he has summoning sickness and feels dizzy. This is normal, and it can't attack until next turn. Unless it has Precision. Or Swift Strike, or whatever it is called in this game. To read about cards in your hand, I've been trying to do that, but you keep summoning menus, so I can't see. Press R2. For the battle zone, hold down R1. And L1 and R2. Okay. On Knight's turn, he decided to put a stone saw from his mana zone into his mana zone and summon Immortal Baron Vorg. A duelist's first goal is to destroy their opponent's shields. These blue rectangles show how many shields each player has. Normally each player starts with 5, but sometimes new shields can be recreated. Shields are actually cards drawn from your deck at the start of the duel. When a shield is broken, it is added to the opponent to that owner's hand. So when you lose a shield, you gain a card. Which, considering this game didn't do very well when it was released, this mechanic has been copied into a lot of games, and I kind of appreciate that. Right. Okay, some people wouldn't acknowledge it, but I did. The audio cut out for a second there, so I just reset it all. Not the game, just the laptop to make, because I'm using my new setup at the moment. Okay, for Rusty's turn, use what you've learned, and add his Aqua Shooter to the mana zone, and then summon Phantom Fish. Okay. So we want to add Aqua Shooter, because we can't do anything with it, to the mana zone. Alright, so them two blobs at the top are just what colour mana you've unlocked, not how much mana of each you have. I suppose after each colour, it doesn't matter what if you have 2 blue or not, because you just need 1 blue and any other mana. Cool. And summon Phantom Fish. Cool. Now you're going to learn to command your creatures in the battle zone. Press square to switch from hand to battle zone. Alright, so that's a blocker. We'll select Burning Mane. And we'll attack player because they don't have any tapped units. When you select a creature in the battle zone, a menu any targets it can attack. Right now it only shows player. Okay. Go ahead and select the player option to command Rusty's Burning Mane to attack Knight. As he can't stop the attack, one of his shields will be destroyed. Oh, it has animations? That's pretty cool. Only 4 of Knight's shields remain. And then one final attack will win the duel. Or it's not always that easy, yes. Some creatures are called blockers. Or green box with blue circle. Is it green? Sort of. That's because they can block opponents' attacks and protect you and your shields from other creatures. I would not want to do that right now. I want the extra card. When a blocker is used, it battles the attacking creature to stop it or slow it down. Whenever 2 creatures battle, the one with the highest power wins. If they have the same power, both cards are sent to the graveyards. The creature's power can be seen in the card's information area. In the battle zone. On Knight's turn, he'll summon Emerald Grass and attacks Rusty with Immortal Vorg, but Busty's Phantom Fish will save the day and block the attack. His Phantom Fish is 4,000 power and Immortal Baron Vorg only has 2,000. Rusty's blocker will win the battle. Yeah, block with fish. Do we get an animation? Yes. Yeah, I am going to be slow at this game for a while. But once I've done like 2 or 3 paths, I should be able to breeze through the rest of them. Because I'll be a lot better at learning the mechanics. You can even block creatures that are more powerful. It's just that your blocker will lose the battle, but it'll stop their attack. Blockers can also block when they have summoning sickness. Well, yes, because that would be really dumb if they didn't. When a creature is destroyed, it is normally sent to the owner's graveyard. However, some spells and creatures can bring them back to life. Like creatures, to cast a spell you need at least 1 in your mana zone of that same civilization. Oh, colour, basically. In addition to having enough spell to cast them. For Rusty's turn, add Burning Mane to the mana zone. That gives us 4. And Spiral Gate. What does that do? Bounce a creature. Cast. Now select cast. Now it shows you what it does. Getting rid of Knight's blocker will get you to attack him more, alright? And we can press square to destroy some shields. Burning Mane, back. This turn, Knight's going to put a stone saw from the mana zone into the mana zone and summon Lock Vizier of Hunting. Yeah, the thing that I'm going to have to get used to is deck building as well. Many cards have special rules. I'll tell you how they're played. To make most of your cards, you must become familiar with their rules. Deathblade Beetle is such a card. A plus power attacker and a double breaker. Means it gains extra power when attacking and destroys 2 shields at the same time. Well, if you'd have let me read it. Yeah, because that's in the way and I'm trying to use what you're telling me, but you won't let me. Rusty currently has 4 mana to spend. Add his Aqua Shooter and then he'll have 5. Add to mana. And summon Deathblade Beetle. Now let's pretend Rusty doesn't attack Knight this turn so you can learn about tapped creatures. But I want to win! Like right now. After a creature attacks or blocks, it's too tired to do anything until the next turn. We call these creatures tapped. It makes it easier for others to attack. But they're easier for others to attack. This turn, Knight will summon a Stone Saw and attack Rusty with Lock Vizier of Hunting, destroying a shield. But I can block. Yeah, normally Rusty could block this attack with Phantom Fish. But let's pretend he doesn't. So basically, he's just trolling, yeah. Alright, cool. You can see a tapped creature. Tapped creatures. Tapped creatures appear with a blue Z rising from them. You couldn't just change them to a different colour or fade them out, no? And stars circling their base. Yeah, they sort of do. Well, next turn this creature wears off and they'll be ready for action. Like blocking, when another creature attacks another that's tapped, the one with the highest power wins that battle. This turn, summon another Deathblade Beetle and attack Knight's tapped Vizier. I don't need to do anything like that. I can just summon Deathblade Beetle. Then you press square. We attack with Deathblade Beetle onto lock. So sometimes you want to get rid of bigger creatures instead of attacking life. With Deathblade Beetle's power of the plus 4,000, it sends Knight's lock Vizier of the Hunting to the grave. I use Burning Mane to attack again. I don't want to because he'll block. Oh no, I got rid of his blocker, didn't I? With only 2 shields left, things don't look good for Knight at this point in the duel. But if this is a tutorial, what do you expect? We're trying to break the 4th wall, really. We're trying to be cute. However, this turn, Knight will summon 2 Emerald Grass blockers and an Immortal Vorg. Knight will attack Rusty with Stone Saw. The game will block. The game will pretend he doesn't block, so you can see what a shield trigger does. Oh yeah, shield triggers. When a shield trigger is destroyed, when a shield is destroyed, a shield trigger may be revealed. Shield triggers are broken shields, which being returned to their owner's hand, which can be paid at no cost. I just get to bounce a creature. Rusty's shield was destroyed and it revealed Spiral Gate spell. Unfortunately for Knight, it's a shield trigger. I'm just going to call them triggers from now on. When a trigger is revealed, because shield trigger sounds too much like Vanguard for me, so I'm just going to differentiate them. I just call them triggers. Its owner can use it immediately for no mana. It doesn't have summoning sickness. Or add it to their hand to use later. And there's no reason we wouldn't. And we'll bounce an Emerald Grass because it's a blocker. Once the opponent has no shields left, just make a final attack to win the duel. With each duel, you walk further up the narrow path to Kaijino Master. Now cast Spiral Gate, which the one that I just added to my hand, to get rid of his other blocker. Alright. Spiral Gate. Cast. Bounce Emerald Grass. Next, summon a Burning Mane and attack one of Rusty's Deathblade. Attack one of. Rusty doesn't have Deathblade Beetle. Oh, with one. Okay. Summon. Deathblade Beetle. Attack player. It has double break. Finally attack Knight one last time with another one of Rusty's Deathblade Beetles. Good, you've completed the tutorial. Your grasp of the art of dueling is strong, Kohai. Like, when this game first came out, did anybody know what a Kohai is? If you're going to put Japanisms, it's a term, into games like this, you should at least make them know what a Kohai is. Excuse me. But it must grow greater still for you to learn. That for you to meet the challenges ahead. And learn to truly own the zone. "26 minutes. So I think we just went through all these, didn't we? Just not extreme mode. Alright, so that's the tutorial. You've successfully, if you've got this far, learned how to Duel Masters with me. Well done.